Hi, I'm Mr. C. I'm one of the teachers here in Timberline's digital hackerspace, along with my colleague, Mr. Kratzman. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief tour of the Hackerspace online. Whether you are taking computer modeling and animation, computer programming, digital art, digital photography, game programming and design, or the Digital Hack Lab, this is the website that you will be using to receive your assignments, do your work, hand them in, get your marks, and pretty much everything else. Now, since you're watching this video, you've probably already signed up, hopefully, with your student number here. An optional email. Adding an email allows you to reset your password if you forget it in the future. Once you've signed up, you will need to join a course by clicking this button here. Hopefully, your current semester will be available. Choose the appropriate block that you're registered in, the course as it shows on your timetable, and the grade of the course that you're taking. Once you've joined, you'll notice that you have access to your first quest. Welcome to the Hackerspace Online, which you've probably already got to because you're watching this video. You have two options for each quest. When you click them, they will expand, give you a brief description. You can view details of the quest if you want to read what the quest is all about before you actually start it, and you can start the quest. Once you start the quest will be moved into your In Progress tab. So later on, if you come back to the Hackerspace Online, you'll notice that this quest is no longer available. That's because it has been moved here into your In Progress tab, because you've started it. You can continue it or you can drop it. When you drop a quest, it will move back into your available quests. Let's continue this quest. You're watching this video here. Okay, how about that tour? Let's start at the top. Obviously, you have a home button here. By default, it's going to take you back to your available quests tab. Right now, until you complete that first welcome tour quest, nothing else will become available. Across the top here, you have your experience points. One of the introductory quests you'll get after this one will explain how experience points work. That is how you'll get your mark. When you click on the experience points, you'll get a mark calculations page, which explains all sorts of stuff. You can take a look at this when you have a free moment. Any of these links here you can pop up and they will explain how everything is calculated. If you click on your username, which should be your student number, you'll see this little circle, which is the rank of a digital noob. Here. This bar will show your progress towards your next rank. This bar will show the progress in your course as you work your way towards 1,000 experience points, which is the equivalent of 100% at the end of the semester. You'll get more familiar with the sections in here. You have a summary of your quests. Currently, we only have one in progress. Once you complete quests, you'll see a list of them here. As you earn badges, which also give you more experience points, they will appear here. You have a few more options. If you click to edit your profile, you can add your first name, which you will need to do. Please enter your legal first and last name as it shows in your records at the school. This allows myself and Kratz to match you up when we're entering your marks. However, if there's another name you'd prefer to be called, you can enter it here. In a future quest, you'll be asked to create an avatar. You don't have to do that right now. Your student number, if you could re-enter it here for me, that would be wonderful. And your grad year. Please enter that as well. If you tick this box, visible to other students, then other students will be able to see your name and your mark. If you have a funny or interesting name you want to use, you can enter it in alias. Right now, that does not appear anywhere, but it may in the future. Let's update this. There we are. I've now got a name. I can change my password with this link here, and there's also an option if you forgot your password when you're logging in to get your password changed if you've entered an email address. If you haven't entered an email address and you want to change your password, you'll have to come see your teacher to get it changed manually. You can click on your rank here if you're interested to see the ranks that are available to you and how much experience points you need to achieve each rank. As we move on here, this bell symbol is your notifications when a quest is approved or you receive a badge or an award, or one of your teachers comments on one of your quests. It will appear here. You can, once you click it, you'll be taken to whatever caused the notification and it will disappear from this list. You can also click View All Notifications, which will take you to all your notifications, and you can just view your unread notifications. You can mark them all as read. This hamburger menu here has a few interesting things which you can explore. There's a suggestion box, which currently is just in beta, but if you have an interesting suggestion, you can get a few bonus XP for some good suggestions. Here are the current suggestions. You can also vote on them once per day, and here you can make a new suggestion. As well, in this menu, you will see the quest map, which you will explore and become more familiar with in another quest in this introductory series. There's the ranks list again, and finally there is our budget, the Hackerspace's budget in previous years, current year. If you're interested in that, it is open and public. Finally, if you want to sign out, you need to click twice. You need to click here to get to the sign out page, and then you also need to click the sign out button on this form. This is a security measure. Let's sign back in. On the left here, we have quests, which is the tab we're on now. So we have one quest in progress. When we're done it'll show up in completed, and all our available quests are in this tab. There's also badges. There are three kinds of badges. There are talents, which you gain once you've achieved a certain level of proficiency in a skill or a piece of software. You can click each of them and it will give you a brief description. The talents are also worth experience points, and it tells you the requirement to earn the talent. Next, there are achievements. Achievements are really to help us instructors manage your account, how many courses you're in, whether you've been here in the past, and some other things that help us out. And finally, there are awards. Awards are badges that your instructors, myself and Kratz, will give you manually for different things. For example, the cabbage moth for finding an error or a typo. Each of them have a description what they're for. When you get the opportunity, I suggest you take a look through all of them so you're familiar with each of them. If you click on students, you will see a list of all of the students, and any student who has made their profile public, as I showed you when we edited our profile, it will appear here. And everyone else will be private. The Announcements tab includes a daily announcement that Mr. C and Kratz will publish related specifically to events going on in the Hackerspace. This is not school-wide announcements necessarily, unless they're specifically related to courses in the Hackerspace. Each day you will have an announcement, and your announcements will appear here as a little number and here also as a notification when you receive an announcement. When you select it, it will open and you can read the content of the announcement. You should see a first Welcome to Hackerspace announcement for whatever your semester is. As well, you'll have a whole history of past announcements from previous semesters. You're not required to go look or read these. However, once you get a better feel for your course, and if you're interested, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. Okay, let's go back to this welcome quest. It's in progress. I'm going to go here, and once you're finished watching this video, you can type complete. and I'm going to hit Submit Quest for Completion. In other quests, you may be required to add attachments. You can do that with this Browse button here, which will allow you to attach up to 5 files as long as they're under 16 megabytes each. Let's submit this quest for completion. I should get a message here that it has been complete, and this quest is automatically approved. You'll notice because it was approved, I now have 7 introductory quests available to me, which you will need to complete before you get to the true content of your course, whichever it is, digital art or photography, programming, game design, modeling, animation, or Hack Lab. If I go to the completed tab, I can see that this was completed and approved at 7:24, the time I submitted it, because it was automatically approved. As well, notice that I now have 10 XP. This quest was worth 5, and I have a feeling this little notification by the icon here will explain the other. Yes, so I was automatically granted the first quest achievement. As you gain achievements, they will appear in color on the badges page. All badges, achievements, awards, and talents. And if you go to your profile, that achievement will show up in your list. I now have 10 XP. I am 10 XP towards my next rank. I have 10 XP into my course. Also, the quest will appear here under the completed quests. One last thing I want to show you, because there are a lot of videos in this course and there's a lot of videos on YouTube. So what you can do, let's check out this quest. How do I get to the good stuff? I'm just going to take a look now. I'm not actually going to start it. If I want to start it, I can hit that. So every quest that has a video should have a link below it so that you can watch it full screen. When you're doing more advanced quests, when you're actually learning how to use your software, whether it's Blender or Unity or Krita or something else, you'll probably want to use this full screen link so that you can open your video full screen on one monitor and you can follow along with it in your software, Blender, Krita, Unity, or whatever, on your other monitor, and I can show you that now. It should look something like this. I click the full screen link below the video and I drag it over to my other screen. It will now appear full in my other screen. I can play that video while I work on my software on my main screen. I hope that gives you a decent feel for how the Hackerspace Online works. You're definitely going to be using it a lot every day for the rest of this semester. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy your course.